Hey guys, today we got a Mercedes Benz C250. We're doing an oil change. That is your oil filter right there in the back after you take off the cover to the engine. I use a 27 millimeter socket to remove the oil cap filter. Long extension. It's enough room to kind of go straight up with it. And you just spin it off like a bolt. It should pop off pretty easily. This job didn't take long. Probably took me about 15 to 30 minutes. But I'll show you the procedures on how to make sure that this is easy for you. So after you get that out, there's going to be a lot of oil in there. And you want to actually grab a towel so you don't drip any oil onto the rest of the engine bay. Just kind of hold it with the towel, make sure you don't do any dripping. And that's what your oil filter looks like. It's pretty black, and it's time for that one to go. So with the oil filter, you got some O-rings you need to take off. That's the first one. It's going to be at the top right there. I can't get it with one hand, but I'm just showing you where you want to put your pick or flathead screwdriver. It'll be best for you to get it like that. Of course, two hands always works better. Now, after you do that, you want to go ahead and jack up the car. And I'm trying to show you where to put your jack at. There's a specific spot. Mercedes-Benz has a location where you want to put the jack so you can jack it up from the front. Okay, get your Mercedes jacked up, e-brake on, and then also have a jack stand on right there. So at that point, there is some covers in front of the engine bay. They're all 8 millimeters. You want to remove those so you can get to the oil pan. And there goes the oil pan bolt. We're going to take that off today to get the oil out. And it's going to be a 13 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter bolt. Put that on there firm. I use the impact. You don't have to use one. I put it on like the lowest level power because you don't want to strip the bolt by doing this. And also, if you are using impact, don't fully take it off because then it'll shoot you in your impact. The oil comes out pretty fast. So you want to take it like halfway down and then spin it out the rest of the way with your hand so you can get ready for the flow. As you can see, I'm spinning it out slowly. And I already have my oil pan right there ready to catch it. You can just tell by the color it was beyond time to change that oil. And it's a lot, so you probably want to get a big pan to go ahead and fill it. And I'm just showing you the oil. It's almost looks like diesel oil at that point. Just pretty black. And anything on the ground, a plastic sheet like I have, or cardboard really helps so you don't stain your garage. Here's our filter. We're going to put the new filter on there. And you want to clean off as much as you can. What I'm doing is taking off the bottom two O-rings that this one has. There's one right there. And then you got one at the very end of it too as well. It took me a little bit because my pick obviously is not how it came. And I was kind of doing this in the wrong direction, trying to go down and instead of going up. And then another keynote that want you guys to know that if you're doing anything, you need to make sure you're doing it away from your hands or your body, so that way your force doesn't stab yourself or you hit yourself, because that happens a lot. So anytime you're taking off something, and especially when it's in your hands like that, you want to go the opposite way of your hands so you don't stab yourself trying to do it. And I finally got it. But yeah, so yeah, that's the trick. Trying to poke it down and then get under it and then slip it off. And I kept the O-ring size right there, or O-rings right there, just so I can match up the new ones and make sure that I'm putting the correct ones in the correct spots. They're two different sizes. One's a little bit smaller than the other. And we got that one as well. So I don't know if you can kind of see, but one's a tad bit smaller. Those are the new O-rings, came in the package right there. Pop those out, and they're pretty easy to put on. You just slip them on there. So I did the first one, the very top one first, and then I'm going to do the second one, and then the big O-ring next. It doesn't really matter the order how you put these O-rings on, just however you can get them on. They're pretty simple. And you can use your pick if it's too small for your hands to get it right there in the right spot. And I try to go over the back of it. That was stupid. You want to go over the front. It's the easiest way. Slide that thing on there and put it back in the same grooves you took it out of. And with that new filter, you just want to kind of force it on there. It only goes in one way, so I know it has two openings, but it only fit on there one way. And it should be looking just like that. So when you get ready to put it back in, you want to clean out as much as the old oil that was in the filter. And then I made a mistake. Before you put it in there, you want to put some of the new oil on it, grease the seal on the top, put a little bit of oil on the filter as well, and then drop it in there. Move that line as much as you can, spin it, get it right centered, and then add it back on there. And then tighten it as much as you can by hand, and take your socket and then tighten it down. And that hose is on the way. There we go. Tighten it back down as much as you can, and you're solid. So after you put the oil pan screw back in and the covers for the bottom of the engine, you're going to refill it with oil. And I use the impact again to put it back on there. Like I said, it's not at a high power. I have a briar impact, so it allows you to basically impact it without stripping it. And you want to put it in by hand first as much as you can go. And you see that I'm just turning down the power. just like that. After that, you get it tight enough, you want to check it by hand to make sure it's tight. Put the covers back on. Drop the vehicle down. Move your oil pan out the way, and refill with the correct amount of oil. That's the oil a customer purchase. So if you're interested on which oil you should buy, there you go. Other than that, put the top back on and the cover, and you are good to go. Very simple job for the Mercedes-Benz C250 4-cylinder. And yeah, stay following me for the next video. Thanks for watching.